I'm always so scared to come back to streaming after these like super long breaks. I think I might get some coffee just to like, I don't know, get me tweaked up so I can fizz during the stream. I'll actually like have some fun, or it might make me more nervous. I don't know. I think I'll just give it a shot. Fuck it. I didn't sleep very well last night anyway. We got a lot that's happened in my time away, and it's kind of up to you whether or not you give a shit or it's just a big nothing burger. I'll let the audience decide. Why you no sleep, dude? I don't know. My mind has a very bad time shutting the fuck up. I think it's probably the ADHD, but who knows? Oh yeah, but I'm gonna try to not remove this stream for once, so that's why I'm trying to use this non-copyrighted music. I've never heard these songs before. Trust me, there are songs I'd much rather play because I have my faves. But then the stream would get removed like always, and then everyone will be like, oh, why don't you archive them? And that's why. It's because I'm a dumbass. How am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. I just finished a really busy summer semester, so I've got like all this free time right now. Actually made me super depressed at first, because like, I don't know if you guys have been super mega fuck busy and then suddenly have nothing to do, but apparently it's a huge trigger for depression in a lot of people. I found that out. But I'm gonna need some coffee real quick. Already we got the money fucking flowing in. Angel 101 with the $5. You're amazing, Brie. Thank you so much, Angel. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Enjoy this copyright-free drum and bass while I go use my Keurig and contribute to more litter. Yay! Actually, I'll let you guys watch my camera while I do it. You won't be able to see me, but I'll just keep y'all stimulated. Look at you there. I got a whiteboard because I'm a physicist now, I guess. Not really. I'm doing a dual major in physics and comp sci, computer science. So, and I'm doing that just in case I want to do a PhD program in quantum physics. I know, it sounds kind of badass. I'm actually really scared. It makes me nervous every day because I know how miserable. Oh, there's also a cold sore right here. That's the stress for you. I know PhD students are miserable, but you know, someday that just might be the route I want to take anyway, because I love
Bree,
physics.
Glad to see you're doing okay. You're so close to 1 million. You got this.
Oh, thank you, Jenny Reed.
Beginning, and we'll be here in the end. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. 3.
Thank you. Well, there's always an end. As fortunate and or unfortunate as that might be to some people, I think it's beautiful that things have an end, because it means that you really have to treasure it while you're experiencing it. If things didn't end, then life would be pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so, although before I go get my coffee, one sec. The teacher's gonna go on a coffee break for a second. I just gotta let everybody know. Coffee break. There you go. Terrible handwriting on break. It looks like Brack. You can't tell. It's fucking. Here, let's try to rewrite Brack. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna be off on a coffee break real quick. I'm gonna make that. I'll come right back. We'll chat a little bit. I should have done this before, so I apologize, but... think that's fucking Garfunkel. What a legendary name. Art Garfunkel. Okay, what's up, everybody? We're back. We're here. No longer on a coffee break. I can erase that. Also, if anybody can solve this math problem right here, that's $3 million after the stream that I don't have, so you'd have to wait a little while. I'm actually like grossly, disgustingly in debt right now because I'm a college student, and you know, instead of work really hard on my free time, I actually just get I just get depressed and take naps. So draw a horse. I can draw a horse. Let's make a game out of it. I have to fundraise to pay off debt. So donate $10 and I'll draw a penis with your name on it. I've actually also been thinking of like selling some things off. I found that tool gun. I don't think I'm gonna sell that because Robin got it for me as a gift like 11 years ago. But I do have the Gravity Falls collector's blacklight book that sells for like $5 grand. I'm trying to get rid of some credit card debt, man. It's rough these days. Plus Colorado has like mega inflation and I have a cold sore. Got some empathy points there. So yeah, I've been thinking about going for a quantum physics PhD. Quantum computing is the future, and I'm literally, if you were to ask my fiance, I never shut up. I'm always talking to her about just the new advancements in the physics quantum world. I'm always reading papers. This LK99 shit that came out, I don't really want to explain it, but if you're in the know, it's pretty sussy. I'm not gonna lie. Some people's coming out of nowhere just like, we have a fucking room temperature superconductor and atmospheric pressure. Everyone's just like, okay, bud, well, I guess we'll try to recreate it.
Forgot to mention, but I started transition about a month ago. Moving to the WC kinda helped with that, but I digress.
Yeah.
Your journey has been one of inspiration for me, and I wouldn't be where I am today without following you along yours.
Oh, thank you, Jenny Reeds. I just also want to put this towards the beginning of the video if anyone's watching after the fact, during like the VOD or whatever the archived video is called. I do have a Streamlabs link below. If you would like to donate to this wonderful, I'm gonna call it a project anymore. I don't touch this channel. It would definitely, it would be gigantic help though, because I am going through college and I'm broke as fuck. And I don't accept sponsorships or anything. I'm not like, I don't have anything against people who do. I think it's fantastic that creators have made partnerships with businesses and with products that they like and they get supported by that. But I personally, I just don't like the culture behind it. I don't like having to alter myself in any way.
Been with you since the very beginning, and I'm just super happy you're still around. Much love.
Oh, thank you so much. That was from Salty Sugar. I like that. I like that name. And we got quite a few super chats. Oh my god. All right, we had Andrew the King. 69 divided by 420 is like 0.643. Right, but the question is, what is the limit as these approach your mom at 69 over 420? That's what I want to know. We got $10 from Coder. Says, bet, Gib Peen Doodle. Okay. Alright, I got you, Coder. What color you want? You want purple? You want black? We'll give you purple. We'll mix it up a bit. There we go. Oh yeah. We got you a nice shaft right there, Coder. Just like that. Your name going down in history, and also the phallus. $20 from Toxin Vine. Says nice. Thank you, Toxin Vine. I'm assuming that you probably want to... I'll give you a double-sized one. You and Danny Hyena here. Thank you, Danny Hyena. We'll give you a massive book here in just a second. I did want to say though, earlier someone mentioned 1 million subscriber mark. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up because I think that I'm kind of done with the YouTube game slash grind.
Been a fan since like 2015. You're pretty cool, I guess, Buckaroo.
Oh, thank you, Chupacabra. I think I'm all right. Anyway, sorry. I derail. It's the ADHD. Coffee makes it so much worse. Whenever I have to like work, I try not to use coffee because it's. Anyway, yeah. So I kind of I've had a real lot of like internal introspection rather with fame and the YouTube game. And like the ego that comes along with that and the personality it sort of fosters. And without sounding like a galaxy-brained asshole as I go through this, like I'm better than everybody for having realized it. I've had a lot of conversations with people in the industry, with people who used to be in the industry, people, you know, on the outside of it, obviously, the audience, blah, 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 blah. And YouTube, obviously, it's not what it used to be. I mean, everybody knows that. Everyone kind of hates it. Sometimes you can't really put your finger on why. But it's a very predatory system now. YouTube definitely, you know, as much as people love to preach, like, oh, the safety of kids or this or that, like every action implemented by all these websites are so predatory towards people who are susceptible to it, especially children. And it's kind of like an ethical battle that I don't like want to partake in this sort of like really shitty game. Same thing with TikTok, the TikTok brain rot. I you know, I don't want to say it's all bad. I feel like some people probably get some good shit out of it. There's nuances to everything, and I think to generalize it and be like, oh, this is the communist app, you know, like, that's terrible. I think it's pretty naive to have that take on anything, but just, you know, as far as like overall, like if you were to look at the statistics and what it does to attention spans and this sort of romanticization, there we go. Is that, I hope I said that correctly. This romanticization of like vanity, of like filming yourself, and it's just like exponentially gone nuts lately, and it freaks me out because I hate myself. I mean, I kind of do though. It's just something I've always struggled with in my private, but I think also that's just kind of like a common thing too with people with ADHD. You get like it's not obviously umbrella. You just like you definitely suffer from like the self-hate, reflexive thoughts. But not to pity party here. I'm just saying like what's disturbing to me is that this usual sort of like societal normative growth that you would see for a lot of young people has kind of been like consumed and taken over by this idea that you have to be on TikTok or filming yourself or make yourself popular. And I weirdly, well, I guess not totally like weird. One second, like want more red to show from my little like tit area right here, but it has to be symmetrical too. There we go. I don't know. Maybe I have some OCD in there. Turn off the light switch 30 times before I can go to bed. I don't actually know. I'm not trying to make fun of it. Anyway, so, as I've gotten older, obviously I don't really want to be on camera or like relishing in the ego of having been recognized, which like the irony of that mindset that I have now is that I've been recognized more this year and I don't do fucking shit. Like I don't upload videos. I don't really stream ever. I don't even post like selfies. I got suspended from Twitter. So the only place I can really be active on is like here or Instagram or Threads, which is kind of not really alive at all. I had some hope for a couple days there, and then I started posting and it's like 2 people were like, yeah, I follow you on Threads, woo. I'm like, okay, well this is a little sad. Anyway, oh, on Twitter I got suspended because I bullied Elon Musk. Literally, I kept posting like the Elon Musk like flight tracker, and I think at one point I tweeted him to
just finished my computer
cut himself.
information systems degree like 2 months ago. You can do it.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I've kind of. Oh, what's up, Nino? Welcome back. Thank you so much for the donation. The Kermit the Frog. Gasp, thank yous for the $3 donation and the well wishes on the degree. And then Voodoo. It's my totally golden and not spray painted crisp $5 bill. Ah, thank you, Voodoo. Even if it was spray painted, I eat spray paint, so I'm not a junkie. Anyway, so I just like the whole like Elon Musk total like 180 of a character arc thing. I don't really want to get into it because it's fucking boring. He's a billionaire doing whatever they want. Ooh. Don't we have a whole Christopher Nolan Batman series just to really get in the nuances of that if you want to watch a billionaire do stupid shit. And probably more. Oh no, there's Succession. That's another. Okay, totally off topic. I just I think that the like hypocrisy of everything that he purchased Twitter for was just icing on the cake because everybody knew. Like no, everyone was like, Elon Musk is a fucking dumbass. He's not. He's just doing all this for attention or something. The conspiracy theorist in me is like the character 180, his character arc 180 into like being super far right and weird and creepy. Maybe there's a reason for it, like monetarily, or maybe there's an end game. I don't know. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. But yeah, no, I just like, just to see, because, you know, he's being a hypocrite, and I'm like, well, what if I just told him to cut himself, because, one sec, we got a donation.
I've missed your last 3 streams. I finally caught one because I'm sick. This has been a long time coming.
Oh.
Yeet, the, baby.
Oh yeah, what's up, Zayn? I saw the name, I was like, oh, is the Yeet the Baby gonna be in there? Totally is. Made my night. Thank you, Zayn. We have a donation from and they say welcome back, horse mommy. Oh, thank you. It's glad to be back. Don't ever expect me to stay though. That's the problem here. Is I'll do a couple of entertainment-esque things. Sorry, I like when you look at yourself in a webcam constantly and you just see in your hair, you just want to like get it perfect. So yeah, no, I wouldn't expect me to stay. But I do like coming back every so often, just, you know, as a hobby, as a fun thing. Anyway, so yeah, people on Twitter were getting away with, like, you know, telling me to kill myself and shit, and like, I feel like you've been on the internet for this long, or like, I at least have.
Favorite flavor of spray paint?
Chrome, because everything is chrome in the future. And so I'm like, well, what if I fucking tweeted at Elon Musk to fucking cut his wrist? Am I gonna get suspended for that?
Since 2013, and it still cures my depression. LMAO.
And I did get suspended for it. Look at that cold sore, man. It's just, I feel like it's becoming more obvious as time goes on. Supposedly it's like healing, but Bree said the thing. Or I said the thing. What did I say? I've been watching your content since 2013. This cures my. Oh, thank you. You've been around for a while. I'm grateful and also sorry for all those years. I was actually, not to totally veer off, because there were just some things that I did want to ventilate here on stream therapy. I was talking to a friend about just how I've been recognized so many times this year, like just at raves, like, and I'll get into some of the nuances of the. One sec. I need to itch my nose, but I'm too afraid of fucking up the makeup, so I just get a brush, and slap it across like a Bob Ross with. Can't do the sound. So yeah, I've been in a few raves, or like a lot of raves, and I've been recognized by people there, and it's just always so awkward because I'm very fucked up, or I was. I'm actually sober now, if you believe it. I kind of had a bit of a what's the word I'm thinking of? Falling off the wagon. It starts with an R. What's the word? I'm thinking of reprise. I'm like, oh, the villain's gonna come back at the end of the movie. Wow, it's a reprise. A reprise of addiction. Relapse! There we go. Oh. Thanks, Kat. you and I, we had the, you're not gonna believe me, I'll just give you the credit for it, but we had the thought at the same time. Anyway, yeah, no, I did have a relapse. And it was like every time someone recognized me at a rave. There's one time where someone got me like past the ticket stalls where I was perfectly sober still. Well, we pre-gamed in the car, but I was mostly sober, and it was easy enough to like converse and talk with them. One time someone came up and like tapped my shoulder while I was just like railing a fat line, and it was very depressing for me because I was like, wow, how the mighty have fallen. Anyway, I'm not afraid to talk about it right now because I've been through quite a lot to get to a point of sobriety. Actually, my Discord status right now is me counting like the days of how long I've been sober. But yeah, so I had my summer semester, and then I had this like massive depressive episode, and that was the one where I kind of posted that status on YouTube, which was one of the more motivating reasons for me having this stream in the first place. It was because I kind of wanted to talk about that. So here we are, people tuning in, maybe wanting to hear about that. 23 minutes into the stream, you're welcome. I'll timestamp it so you don't have to watch the whole fucking thing. And oh, my Twitter's still in description. Love it. It'll just stay there. Let it be like a tombstone. So yeah, I kind of like, I was going to school for the summer semester. I had no time to do anything like streaming or make videos, and like I don't like making money from YouTube anymore. Like if I can, I try to get like work study, I try to get grants, scholarships, whatever I can. You know, even working just a real job part-time, because I can't handle being creative for a monetary return. That's why I don't do YouTube for a living anymore. It's why I come back every so often when I think it'll be fun and rewarding for me. And I don't try to push it. I don't try to push the issue at all. If I'm not feeling it, I fucking stay away for months. I'm not trying to hit the 1 million subscriber milestone. I think that I've had a very lucky, beneficial career here as an entertainer. And I don't really have anything else to prove. Someday if I come back and things pop, like that'll just be icing on the cake. But as of right now, I'm just here to live my life. I'm here to, you know, continue interacting with the people who are kind enough to stick around, especially after just how much I've changed, how much the channel's changed. It's a very therapeutic thing for me, ultimately as well. So that's why I do it. And when I do Gmods every so often, you know, with some friends and stuff, it's just fun as shit. It's just funny to play video games with my friends and go ham editing it and just make some chaos. But back in June, I had applied for work study, and I got like interviews for like a bunch of different positions, and I was like really struggling with money already. So I go, and I'm like, my previous experience with like work study culture has always been very like, oh, like you need money, like here's the job. That's just how university has been, because you're all poor students, so just do some work. But like I go in and I interview for like all these different positions, and like it's the same fucking hiring manager too. I'm like, I don't know why. I knew she didn't like me either, and I'm like, again, I don't know what. I don't want to pull the pity card yet, because you know I'm still pretty new to this school, and I don't want them to think that I'm like gonna come crying every time something doesn't go my way. But it was like I could tell she just didn't like me, and I was not happy about that. So I got denied for all these different work study positions. I'm like, what the fuck? This is work study. I'm not trying to like run the school. I'm not applying to be the dean. I'm not applying to be a professor and teach quantum physics to kindergartners, all right? I'm here trying to work the front desk. I want to make social media filters for you or something, man. It's work study. This is you do the work besides studying, like alongside it rather. But I got like denied, and I was like, this is a very weird culture behind this before. I've never experienced this sort of like brashness, this sort of like bluntness with work study stuff. she was treating it like it was like this big fucking deal. Like, you're in the industry now. Like, no, I'm at a school. And that coupled with already having like monetary issues, which was kind of causing some stress in my relationships. I just kind of like totally broke down. And I had a really, really dark couple of weeks there, and then I ended up posting that fucking scary tweet because, like, I'm terrible about asking for help. So we have $1 from Silver Dreamy Ruse, thank you. And then we also had $10 from Ox, and then we had $20 from Floofy Deer. I love that. I love that name. Hey, Brie, you've been a big inspiration for my transition and gave me hope that I wouldn't be stuck as I am. Of course, Alex. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, guys, you're never stuck. Life is just too long. Which is ironic coming from me, who posted like a creepy self-harm community update on my YouTube a month ago. Or like 2 months ago at this point. But yeah, so that was the situation I was in. And then, of course, yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm terrible about asking for help. So we got some friends kind of jumped in, as you guys probably saw during that time. Like, Robin was like, my fiance, she saw the post, because, I mean, I didn't tell her, like, I don't tell anybody when I get to that point, and so she saw it, and she hopped in, and it was a lot of help, and I'm very blessed to have that. I know some people don't have that sort of support network, and how, like, I felt kind of selfish too, because I have all of this at my disposal, and I was too afraid or just too inept to ask for help in that. So anyway, things sort of got better, but by that time I kind of had like relapsed with some pretty hard druggies. The Colombian White, if you will. And that stuff is, it's bad. It's bad for life. It's not safe for life. Not safe for work, for sure. So yeah, I wowzers. That's a big red square right there. Now look at that. Holy shit. First time ever donating to anything. Me and my sister have been watching you since 2012. Oh my god. It's been like 11 years since... It's been 12... No. I'm not going into physics, and I can't even fucking do this math. It's been 11 years. All I wanted to say was thank you. Thank you for the endless laughs, and legitimately made the bond between me and myself. Oh, that is so cute. Thank you so much for the generous donation. Wow, that is, wow. God damn it. Okay, well, context. I put a custom alert sound because a while back I would stream horror games, and if someone donated $100, it would scream at me. And I never disabled that, so there you go. You know what? Let's just turn off all the lights and stream in the dark. And then if someone wants to donate $100 and traumatize me, oh fuck! No, that got me. Another $3 from Gasp, and Gasp says,
something is missing from my Discord. Care to take up that missing space? Cheesy.
"Oh,
Don't know.
Actually, I respect the game, I respect the attempt, but I try not to get super close to people who knew me from my YouTube career. That's not an always thing, but I'm very selective about the routes in which I make friends these days, because, you know, it's anybody who's experienced popularity or anybody who's experienced flames, knows that befriending people on the basis of, like, they knew you prior to you knowing them in that respect, it puts a lot of, like, pressure on somebody, because you kind of have to then fill the role of how people think you are, and I'm often very quiet, and I don't want to say often depressed, but I can get there, And when people observe depressed Bree, they're like, "Ooh, that's dark. How are you the funny person I grew up with?" And I'm like, "Look, man, it's the best the funniest people." Oh, okay, I'm not gonna try to. Let me back it up there. I'm just saying some of the funniest comedians in history have really struggled with depression and that sort of like not being able to shut their minds off and stuff. I'm not saying I'm one of the funniest comedians in history. I'm just saying it's kind of, there are some parallels there between me being comical in my videos and then weird suffering in the background. Probably a lot of that including, you know, like dysphoria, but here we are, and I still struggle with some depressos. I'm not trying to make everything sound super dark. It's just been a rough year. Most of the time I'm usually good. I'm usually at a really nice baseline. Anyway, we had $20 from Beeb.
Also the reason why I'm such a clown towards my friends, lol. I tell puns and jokes. And they just leave me for dead on L4D2 and other games. That's a good thing, though it often results in funny moments.
That is a good thing. That's a good thing. You gotta have fun. I'm glad there's a lot of things in the world that shape our humor, and I mean, so it's funny. Some people sometimes they'll tell me like you were pinnacle to like shaping my humor, and I was like, well, my humor was shaped from shit like fucking Spaceballs, Halo Machinimas. Like, it's all just kind of a byproduct of other people as well, just presented in its own little recipe, I guess. But if you mimic those humor traits, I have a bias and I support it because that's my sense of humor. So $20 from Beeb Fajiji. I love that name. I've been here long enough that I remember when you made the exact donation notification during a Jeff vlog at the apartment in Colorado Springs. Like, oh my god. That was like 2015. Holy shit. Nostalgia. Your machinimas, particularly newbies, were massive inspirations for me to become a creative writer, so thanks. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I'm glad I love scripted stuff. It's a bit too much these days just because of the way the YouTube machine works. They want you to, you know, pump it out. Pump it up, you know? And it's very difficult to do that with anything that requires like care and effort without like a massive team behind you. Oh god, I fucking love Spaceballs. I can like quote the whole thing throughout. I'm such an idiot. We tried to watch it the other day and like my fiance, she couldn't even fucking handle it because I kept talking. I'm the movie now. She's just jealous. Anyway, yeah, that being said, blah blah blah, relapse, drugs happened, more in debt. Well, a little more in debt because of the drugs. I was watching a lot of like that financial audit. I can't remember the dude who does it, but you guys, you know those like 1 hour videos and they're like a podcast, and he fucking yells at people for spending their money all stupid. So I started watching that a couple months back, and I've been like trying to be yeah that guy. Trying to be a bit more responsible about like just paying towards my debt, not being a fucking dumbass. Cause like that's another thing with like the
From the other end of someone eventually befriending a YouTuber I was initially a fan of, I will say it is a weird experience, but it never got strange between me and my friend. We just went camping actually. Also, your wings are on point.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys could work that out. I mean, naturally, I'm someone who's been on the internet as long as I have and endured the hate and the wrath of the internet to the extent of unknown. I have a lot of apprehension, I guess you could say. But fuck, dude. Anybody who can make it work. I made my best friends over the internet, so obviously it's not a rule I totally obey.
I've been subscribed since the Minecraft days LMAO. Going to move to Colorado since I'm trans and Texas is scary RN. Seeing how you have thrived since has given me some hope. Please stay safe. Also would like a Garrett peen. 3C.
Okay, oh, okay, alright. We got the $10. You get a peen. Hold up. We'll give you blue. How about that? It's like, we got a peen request. We got a whiteboard penis request, everybody. There we go. Oh, yeah. Did I spell that right? Is it 2 T's? No, 1 T. We got it. Cool. It's a bit, it's out of focus, but you can trust me. It's there. It's blue. It's proud. And yeah, I think moving to Colorado is a good choice. It is just it's fucking expensive here, though. So be peppered. That's another reason why I'm in massive debt, is because trying to upkeep life here is tugs at collar. It's difficult. And we just got a shit ton of donations. I'll lather you all in attention here in just a moment. I did want to get through whatever I was saying, which I can never seem to remember because I derail every 3 seconds. Well, whatever it was, I want to say that I've gotten better. I got help for the addiction stuff. I was this fucking close to people sending me to a detox rehab. Like, it was bad. It was like John Mulaney making an entire stand-up special about cocaine. Bad. And even then, I feel like he probably had it worse off, because I can't even imagine just having endless money to go buy that shit, to do those things, buy alcohol, any drugs that you want all the time. But no, like it's cool too that we can kind of just have this dialogue as well. I'm sure there's some people who are gonna be like, "What a fucking piece of shit! You did drugs, you fucking dick. Were you some sort of fucking Nazi doing drugs?" But anyone with half a mind knows that it's actually just a disease and a sickness of the mind, and that's all addiction is. And it's getting a lot of proper treatment these days, and we're making a lot of progress. The problem with hard stopping substances is that it can really harm the body, and that's what the purpose of a lot of detox centers are for. Thankfully, the substances I was on, or rather mostly just the substance I was on, doesn't have much of a physical withdrawal. It's pretty much mental. It's just a lot of exhaustion, and I guess it's kind of physical, but exhaustion, depression, hopelessness. It was rough, and I did like pretty much a hard stop on it, because I was so sick of what I was allowing these things to do. So we had the little issue back in January, which sort of snowballed the addiction, and only just recently have I sort of reconciled that again, and we're back on like sobriety and a baseline, and it feels really fucking good, because I love, you know, it's weird to hear from people who suffer from like addictive tendencies, but I love being sober. It's the best feeling that I can have, but that's like not the reason addiction happens. Anyone who is addicted knows. And like, you could probably not to say it's equitable to all the different types of things that people are struggling with, but like, for those of you who are on social media or like Twitter or X, God, Jesus Christ, I'm so glad I got banned from that. And like, you like open the app, scroll, and like close it, but then like reopen it again. Like, that is addiction. You're addicted to reflexively use Twitter and like emotionally invest yourself in Twitter, and that is literally like textbook addiction in a way. So you know that like when you stop using it, like when you're unplugged, maybe you do go for like a camping trip, or like you're traveling and you just don't pull it up as much, you notice that your quality of life is better because you're not on fucking Twitter. So you don't like the feeling of Twitter. You don't really like being on there, but you're gonna open it up when there's nothing to do, or like someone's trying to like walk into the elevator with you and you don't want it to be awkward, or you're taking a shit and you're like, well, I could look at memes and then also see a post from a super far right person that scares the shit out of me. So yeah. Anyway, TLDR. Addiction is being helped. I have a lot of help. I have probably the best friends. Like, fucking asked for, because all I had to say was, I have a problem, and I don't know what to do, and I need help, and they stepped in, and they, like, grabbed the shit from me, deleted the contacts and everything. It was kind of scary. It was almost a little hot. I was kind of, like, a little turned on by how, like, dumb all my friends got, and they were like, okay, I wasn't turned on, which is it was just really cool. It filled me with wonder and whimsy. There's a fruit fly. It was a nice warm feeling. I understand how the Grinch felt that day when his heart grew 3 times its size or something. And then adding on to that, god damn it, there are so many things I just want to say. And we're like at 43 minutes already. Imagine how my fiance feels, dude. She has to deal with me all the time. I'm not just a talker right now because I'm on stream. I'm just a fucking talker. I just talk. Some people love it. I am very self-conscious about it because I feel bad when I'm like, I just want to shut up. Let's see if I can put some makeup on this here cold sore. Whoa, that's a big red rectangle. Holy shit. From Cinnamon Toast. We can't even see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but here they are. Here they are with $100 showing us. Will we understand? Will we receive this? I still don't know if I could understand, but it's very, very generous. Thank you so much, Cinnamon Toast. Wow. God. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh my god. Not fuck off to any of you. It's just the sound it got me again. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna try to put some makeup on mine. Cold sore thing. No, it just looks weird. No, it just oh man. Wow, that's painful. I'm like picking at it, and I don't like that. Alright, we'll take a vote. Let's start a poll. Do I fucking pick at the cold sore, or do I leave it alone? Anyway, we're not actually gonna take a vote. I'm gonna leave it alone. Another thing too, oh god, I've been wanting to say this and I just keep veering off. My brain is a nightmare. It's a wonder I get through school. And I want to do more school. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? But another reason I kind of like just can't stand. Oh my fucking god! Spilled a drink. I'm insufferable today, guys. I'm so sorry. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm such a fucking child. Okay. Another reason I've kind of taken a real big step back from YouTube is just, it's just fucking, it's difficult to deal with, the hate that just is unbidden, like unwarranted for my transition. And it's so weird because like a lot of people's mindsets have evolved on the internet towards different things. Like people are more accepting towards certain mental illnesses or just certain concepts that maybe had a bad stigma, nuts in your mouth in the past. And that doesn't apply to being trans. It's gotten like worse almost, and there's like nothing you can do as a human being for someone to like give a shit about like you, because once like they know that you're trans without knowing why or how or what the circumstances behind your story are or whatever the fuck, it's instantaneously like justification to be so fucking awful to you. Literally, we are the scapegoats right now, and it's scary. Like I don't really want to keep putting myself out there or necessarily grow. Like one of the comforts is I come on here and I stream to a very concealed, safe demographic. I don't really grow much. If anything, every time I stream I lose subscribers because people are like, oh my god, the tranny's live. But you know, if I was like growing exponentially, I wouldn't be showing my face very often at all, if ever. You know, I don't want that to be out there. I've literally been stalked not too long ago. It's fucking scary. And I ended up getting them to stop, but I still don't know the motive. I don't know if they wanted to fucking kill me or what. It's part of the reason why we started getting strapped. I'm fucking Rambo now, man. No, sort of. Too many tasers. I just have everywhere is a taser. Like to grab for like chapstick, it's just a fucking taser. Um, we have some couple firearms with us. You know, just as a precautionary, and I was raised on like firearms, so I'm very like safe and knowledgeable and etc. etc. My pops raised me good. Anyway, back to that hate. Recently there was that video that was done a couple years back by someone named Just Jargon, and they kind of they did an interview with me, and then they asked me to do a once over and then give them a thumbs up. And I was like, kind of like being, I feel like a bit too lenient, because I didn't want to be the bitch that was like, well, you said this thing about me and I didn't like it. And you know, now that I think about it, it's like I don't really like that the video is titled The Rise and Fall of Miss Breezy, because it just like implies like, well, she peaked and she's dead. Like, sure, my YouTube career may have peaked. Maybe I will never be that funny again. That's fine. At least like all of that is still up for everybody to enjoy. If it helps people to go back and you know, relive that and enjoy who I was prior, and they don't really enjoy any of my current stuff or don't really want to be a part of it, that's fine. I just don't like the sentiment that it was the rise and the fall. So that was one of my issues with it. But in the comment section of that video are some of the nastiest fucking comments. And it is kind of difficult when someone else is discussing you, because they might say something that seems a bit like pushy or forward or just out of character for the person that is the subject, which was me in that video. And yeah, no, I did. I'm not gonna get into details, just because it was just a freaky ass thing. But yes, we did deal with the stalker situation, and it has since been settled, I'm pretty sure. So, but I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, yeah, in the comment section of that video are just fucked up things, and you know, like sometimes too, like people will send me a thread on like the MLP 4chan that someone decided to mention me or post my OC or something on it, and then all the fucking comments will be like, "Am I like a tranny?" Like blah 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 blah. Like, wow. Someone will be like, "Oh my god, I love her OC," and then they'll do the whole like green text fucking arrow, like, "Her? You mean his OC? Remember when he had a cock and balls? Remember when he was cool, dude, and did video?" Like, I feel like I've reached the point in my life where I don't give a fuck. Like, you can call me whatever the fuck you want. Whatever makes you comfortable, I don't give a shit. If you're trying to say this shit to wound me, that sucks that you want to be hostile, but like, it's the internet, it's gonna happen. But if you're saying it just because like you genuinely believe like that's how it has to be and that's the only thing you can address me as ever, like, ah, fuck it. I surround myself with people who love me and see me for who I am, and at the end of the day, that's kind of what all that matters. That's what you have to do. You know, if you're like, I was trying to think of an analogy. If you're a zebra, you're not gonna go hang out with all the lions. Or zebra. I just wanted to be friends with all the lions. No, but that paints it as like prey or something. I'm not like afraid or anything. It's just it's kind of annoying too, especially when people bring it to my attention and they're like, "Oh, they're being so mean." It's like, yeah, but they can just be mean in their corner of the internet. I don't really give a shit. If someone came up to me and they were like, "I know you from the internet, and you are not a fucking woman. I'm gonna say he," and like that's what made them happy. And it's like, okay, whatever. Call me whatever you want. I just am so beyond giving a shit at this point. And there's so many other things I have going on. And it's funny. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, on 4chan, it's just 4chan. You just kind of got to expect it. They do it to everybody and everything. But like, just even in the comments of that video about me, it's just like people going out of their way to be like so intentionally awful. And it's just like, dude, it's okay. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Like, or rather, you can call me whatever you want. It is just kind of mean. I wouldn't recommend saying it. But like, if that's what makes you happy, then fuck it.
Hi Bree, I've been
Not me,
watching your
though.
videos forever. It's good to see you're still out there making content and streaming from time to time. You were a big part of my realizing who I am, so consider this a small thank you.
Oh, thank you, Liv. Thanks for the generosity and the other tip there. I'm hoping in regards to the identity topic, it's kind of relevant for some of us, I hope. But yeah, especially those of you who are like, perspective, like going through a transition or are about to start one or going through one. Maybe you've already been through it. At the end of the day, because I've been there. I've been, the shutdown when someone misgenders me, the lack of validation, this and that, and it can really it can destroy you. And I kind of equate it with like the mindset of like trying to compare yourself to somebody else, because at the end of the day, that's always gonna fucking disappoint you. And it can take some time, take some goddamn effort, but eventually you will surround yourself with people who see you for who you are and address you the way you want to be addressed and treat you the way that you want to be treated. And that looks different for everybody. There's no uniform solution for this sort of identity dysphoria and whatnot, gender dysphoria that we all experience. Mine is pretty cut and dry. The dysphoria I would experience, it was just like forever, for as long as I can remember. It's like, I gotta be the other, I have to be on the other side, or I'm gonna fucking die. I'm just gonna kill myself. Like, it was pretty simple. And I went to therapy for years and years and years to try the alternatives, see if I could do different things to, I guess, maybe satiate that in ways that weren't a transition. But like, I mean, even back then, even 10 years ago, they were like, the science points to transitioning. It is the most effective thing, as much as you may like or hate it. And so after a lot of like deliberation and a couple of years, even after just receiving I had an appointment consulting about it, and it took me like a year and a half, not 2 years, but a year and a half since from that appointment to actually say yes and start the hormone stuff, and then from there the surgeries and whatnot. So it was really rough, and it's really difficult to go through that sort of that internal war with yourself, because you especially back then, since it wasn't really like nearly as talked about. Oh, we got a $3 donation from Mike Scope, and he said,
being the person that made me figure out what trans people were, smiley face. Seeing you and Robin back in the day made me a special kind of happy, because it was the first queer couple I knew.
"Oh,
Stay awesome and slay awesome."
thank you. I'm glad we could help out. Yeah, we definitely yeah, Robin and I, we broke some ground, that was for sure, on the 2010s internet YouTube gaming community shit. That's also why I never especially when I was going through a lot of it too, you'd get a lot of these like coming out videos of people who are coming out as gay or this or that. I just never felt like I needed to do it. I was like, it's something I'm going through. I don't really want to talk about it. I just want to make videos. And I'm like, that's just as valid as someone who wanted to come out on their channel or something. But yeah, like, I do everything I can in my everyday life to just be a good person. I'm very polite, help people out. It's just very fulfilling for me very fulfilling to me to like talk to other people, have a dialogue, understand others. And I love talking to people. I love when people just get going and talking about their self, and you just learn so much about these stories. And I have conservative family members, but they'll go through all their beliefs and why, and rarely is it like, well, I think trans people suck. Like, every single one of my conservative family members supports me, and they love the shit out of me and absolutely support LGBT stuff. And it's very interesting to hear. And I'm not here trying to introduce too many politics or anything, because everyone has their beliefs, and I'm not going to try to sway anybody. I'm just saying, give yourself the opportunity to have a dialogue with someone. Let them open up, ask them the questions, and understand where they're coming from. Because even if they just really suck as a person, understanding the fundamentals of why they have those beliefs can give you a lot more patience of working with that person. Some people are just insufferable. It's gonna happen. It's life. But there are some people where it'll really open your mind to just have a conversation. So it's very, very important, and it's something I've been adopting a lot lately as well into my own life. Which brings me back to the whole YouTube hate. One side, we have $10 from 2 Crow. Now 1 Crow, 2 Crow, killed 1 stone with 2 crows. You should play Cooking Mama today. Welcome back, mommy. Thank you. I don't know if I like being called mommy, but thank you. Dos crows. Oh, dos crows. Dos Equis. I am in America. I am in America. Let's hope they don't genocide us trans people. I would not like to be part of that. That would be unfortunate. That would be, yeah. Anyway, getting a little bit away from the dark topic of America and trans people. 3 crows? Okay, alright guys, come on. Keep it real in chat at least, okay? 3 crows, that's just way too much. That's just way too much. Let's just keep it calm, you know? Maintain some of our expectations here. We got 2 crows. Well, it's not 3 crows, alright? And be thankful it's not 1 crow. It's 2. 2.5 crows. Guys! What are you, spoiled children? I will turn the stream around. Anyway, yeah, going back to the YouTube hate comments, it's what baffles me so much about all this is a lot of my career was decimated by the hate, the misunderstanding, the lack of empathy from people, and my fear of getting online. Even now when I come to stream, I feel silly when I am streaming because read the super chats. Oh no, are there super chats that I missed? Oh, there are. Okay, just give me 1 second to finish this thought at least. That fear of the hate and just the nastiness, it kept me away a lot as well, which obviously means I wasn't contributing to my channel, which means that stats were going down, which means YouTube was like, meh, you're not the ideal channel anymore. And it's kind of a snowball in its own way. But yeah, no, I just to this day I still just don't understand it. I don't understand why people can't look at just the circumstances. You know, a lot of people you sit there and explain to them this is why I'm overweight right now, or this is why I'm addicted to something, this is why I've decided to do this completely weird thing. And a lot of people, most people in your everyday life will sit down and just hear you out. Even on the internet, if you're just if you're just nice to someone and just well, explain I had this debate with somebody on YouTube in the YouTube comment section of a news video not too long ago about student loan debt. But a $5 donation from Money Ma, I know it's going to do the text to speech, so hear this, that. No? That's weird. Why didn't I do it? Okay, well, they say, hey, Breezy, back in 2019 or 2020, I donated to you saying that a friend had a terrible day and asked you for a happy message. As of today, we have been dating for 1.5 years. Oh, hell yeah! We are so happy and together. Oh, well, I'm happy for you guys. I'm gonna applaud you guys. That's cute. That's adorable. Glad you guys are together and having a good time. But yeah, anyway, back to my stupid derailing story. I was having a debate with somebody in the comment section. I was they were student loan debt is stupid. And I was okay, this is a very hypocritical take from a lot of people, but instead of just attacking them and being well, you know, the predatory education system is stupid and students are being way more abused now. I was why is that your take? I just want to know. And do you agree with what about PPP loans that were forgiven? That's 18 times more than what would be offered for students. So what? And they were like, no, I hate all of it. All of the loans that are forgiven. And it turned out to just be some dude in his late or early 60s or late 50s. I can't remember. But he was just talking about how he's been screwed over by debt, received no help, even though, you know, he was eligible for like a lot of help in the past and whatever. And he's just like, I've always had to pay off my debts. So he's like, if, you know, you're going to be helping all these people, why can't I finally get help? And I was like, as a tax-paying citizen of America, like, that's a valid take. You are absolutely allowed to have that belief. And I agree. Like, why doesn't he get help with some of his shit? So there's always kind of that side to it. But no, whenever it comes up, like, you're trans, that's all out the window. They don't give a fuck. It's done. They can say the most dehumanizing, inhumane shit to you, and it's okay. It's justified. Because you're trans. And that's what fucks me up. That's what makes it hard to sleep at night. That's what snowballs me into addiction sometimes. In the past, at least. It is just that sentiment that there's nothing that I could do to be a good enough human being for these people to see you as a human being. And it does a lot. It does a lot on your self-esteem, and that's why I avoid the internet a lot, because in real life, people, they just know me as Brie. Everyone a lot of people I meet, like, no one has any fucking idea. Like, I'm not like, oh, the hell I am transgender. I have this history. People just meet you, and you're just you, how you are. And that's just how I live my life now. But on the internet, you know, all that history is there. All those people, one Google search away from seeing a simple, tiny little fact and making all of these assumptions about who and what I am, my motives, my beliefs, like all of this shit just suddenly just answered for them. And I am a subhuman. And it's just fucky. It's fucky. And I can't even believe that this is even a problem still, because we have every resource to talk things out, to learn more about things we don't understand, or equally as respectable, just fucking leave it alone. You know what I don't understand? I don't understand, like, furry conventions and fursuiting. Furry conventions and fursuiting. I absolutely still support it, though. Like, I have plenty of friends who are furries and they fursuit and go to the conventions, they fly out. I don't understand the appeal. In fact, I don't really want to make an effort to understand why it's appealing, but I respect it. I respect that it's there. I'm happy they're having fun. I'm proud of them for having a good time and living their life. And why the fuck is my video frozen? Okay. There we go. That being said, yeah, it's another reason why I avoid the internet so much. It's a very scary thing that we're going through. And I hope it gets better. And I hope that maybe slowly along as we're chugging along, I can maybe help with some of those mindsets and opinions. $2 from Ponyhead. I'm going to go through some of the super chats now because someone brought it up. $2 from Ponyhead says, Breezy, could you draw a pony on the whiteboard? I will do that. Even though the stipulation was $10, but I will admit the agreement there was for a phallic shape, as in a penis. So I will go ahead and draw a pony because there wasn't stipulated. There is no fine print there. Let's see. What else? $5 from Steven Scannell says, I hope you're doing well. I haven't been keeping up with your lore recently. Lots of love. It's fine. My lore is pretty much the same as everybody else. World expensive, quality suck. You should play Cooking Mama. We did read that one. Thank you guys so much for all your generosity here. We had Two Crow donate another one, says feeling chaotic and generous. What are you sipping on? I am sipping on some coffee. And then this is a bubbly. None of it is alcoholic because I am a sober baby. Thank you again, Two Crows. Gotta love Two Crows. Corncob donates $2 and says, does it work now? Meow meow. Also, hi Brie. Well, Corncob, I'm not sure what you were trying to get to work, but you did meow, so I feel like that's a good sign. 25 PLN. What is PLN? What currency is that? I'm gonna look that up real quick. What is PLN? Currency fucking. It is the Polish zloty. Is it zloty or zloty? Still, that's pretty cool. From Poland. Hello, Polish friend. I'm surprised you guys don't use euros over there. Recently, I was wondering how you were doing and saw the stream going. So I hope you're doing okay and safe. Sorry that I can't send. You are totally fine. Do not, as...
Hey Bree, I figured I'd ask it you. I wanted to know if it's cool if I started a clips account for you on Twitter, kinda like Vinesauce Clips, since you are one of my favorite YouTubers? If there's any issues or boundaries with that, just let me know.
Yeah, as long as there's no monetization of the content, that's fine. It's all public, it's all there. If you're starting to like take on sponsorships though, or whatever without consulting, you know, me first, I wouldn't give that much of a shit, but it starts to get into like Federal Trade Commission stuff, and you know, if someone caught wind that like my content is making somebody money, then I'm gonna be in hot water with that person, which is kind of fucked. But the FTC, yay. $20 from 2 Crow. 2 Crow, why are you so generous? There might as well be 3 crows. It's like Christmas morning in here. To me, Brie, you're a friend I grew up watching that I never got to meet. I always feel safe here. Oh, thank you, 2 Crows. It sounds a little sad. Like we never got to meet. But regardless, I'm glad that I could bring the good vibes. Everybody needs to be able to laugh and smile. And, eat once in a while. I was trying to think of a rhyme. It's pretty bad. It's pretty cringeworthy. Don't clip that. Not an excuse. Oh, wait, we had $5 from Isengard. It says not an excuse, but J.K. Rowling proved that both left and right are cults now. The only way to win the game of politics is not to play. I don't know what the fuck J.K. Rowling proved. She is just another kind of psycho billionaire from the behavior I've analyzed. Yes, there are either side of these arguments. A lot of these people, if you were to like dig into the psychology of it, people get radicalized. It's out of fear, right? People on the left, you know, transgender people, people who are LGBT, they're constantly being told, you need to die, like you shouldn't have rights, we're gonna ban you in Florida. Ron DeSantis is genuine human fucking scum. You know, is making these people scared. And then you have people on the right who, even though there's not nearly an equatable like attack on their way of life, they still are being told constantly by the news they watch, by the priests in their churches, their community friends. They're constantly being told, like, your Christianity is going to be illegal. Your religion, your faith is under attack. And like, if you say that enough to people, they're gonna be like, oh fuck, maybe it's real. Maybe I need to start like getting ready. Maybe the trannies really are coming for me. So like, it's at the end of the day, like all that radicalization, all that nonsense boils down to fear, and fear that people feel for themselves and their way of life. And it's obviously more nuanced than that. I genuinely agree that there are just some evil people out there. I'm not denying that, but I know that a lot of decision making is just based on fear. We have $10 from Floofy Deer. Aw, thank you again, Floofy Deer. Still love the name. Hey Bree, I wanted to apologize for sending a creepy Insta DM related to vocal surgery. It was gross and I'm so sorry. This is a repeat, sorry. Well, I don't know if I ever saw it. If you're making fun of my vocal surgery, it's okay. It's whatever. There are a lot of people who've like bullied me and then they come out as translator and I'm like, I'm not even gonna keep count anymore. Go live your life. But if you're just asking questions, and it's whatever, you know, it's fine. People get too TMI sometimes without really even knowing it. It's part of learning those social normatives. I'm not gonna shame you. Not unless you're doing something like obviously pretty fucking awful and evil, but... yeah. What's up, Make Creations? What's going on? Sorry, I'm just reading the general chat now. You hate the country of Florida? I think we all do at this point. Literally, companies in the industry now are starting to not look at resumes with Florida education on them. past a certain year because Florida has done the brain dump and the book ban. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Florida. That is some weird fascist state shit going on in there. I think the Nazis survived, man. Well, obviously they survived, but I think that they set up like an underground base and they built UFOs. Right, and they're coming back, man. They're coming back. They're gonna get us, man, with the chemtrails, man. Oh, and it was Icy Dude. Oh, thank you, Icy Dude, for the $6.9. I got it now. I didn't see the name for that at first. And then we had Two Crows donate another $5. Says, I would love to see you do a makeup tutorial. I don't know if I ever will, but if I did, you'll be the first to know, Two Crows. I'll reach out to you. I don't know. I don't really have any contact, but I'll just yell into the void on Instagram. I'll just be like, Two Crows, where are you? And like in the distance, we'll hear, Caw! And that's kind of how I'll assume. Sorry. No, dude, I'm literally obsessed about this little red part right here, and I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. Okay, there we go. There we go. I don't want to cover up the beautiful penises. Floopy Deer donates another $10. Says, I asked where you got it done because I want it done. I would never make fun of you, but still sorry. Oh yeah. If you send me another message request on Instagram,
I don't like gimmick accounts
I
that
could
get
tell you
paid by
that.
OnlyFans girls, so you have my word about not making money off of it. Are clips from old, and I mean old videos, okay to post? Like never have I ever eaten wieners old?
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, it's just whenever money's involved, monetization, things get wonky everywhere, all across the board. When you're doing shit for free, just everything's easy. So go for it. Yeah, totally down. Hi, Bri, love your hair and makeup. I gotta know how you learned to do it. Also, how are you feeling? Thank you, Lena G, for the donations. For the donation. It is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of practice, really.
A lil tip for how much you've progressed in life, Bri. Hope everything has been going okay for you, girly.
Thank you, Ali. I'm not gonna lie, like you could see my eyebrows for a second there because you said a little tip, and I thought you were gonna like give me advice or something. I was like, oh no, she tipped me. I'm such an idiot. Thank you, Ali. Yeah, but as far as hair and makeup, like the eyeliner stuff especially, it's just a lot of like just being like you gotta have like surgeon hands sometimes. I use some like makeup remover to like erase a little bit where I fuck up. And like whenever I have like coffee, because I can do my eyeliner better when I just like take my morning ADHD med and then go to do my makeup. But if I have coffee before doing my eyeliner, it's like it's very fucking difficult. $10 from Glitched Gamer says, I always want to go back and watch your Mad Libs videos when I need a good laugh. Or I always go back. Also, can I get a small Among Us on the board? We can do a... Let's do red. That is the impasta. Here we go. I don't even think I've drawn an Among Us before. Among Us. Sorry, it's just very difficult to do this sitting down. How are their feet again? They don't even need feet, do they? No, they're like the little fucking... I don't know. This is a side view, okay? Here we go. I did it. Is that a good Amogus? Can we even see him? You can't even see him. I'm a dumbass. Okay, what's that? Round 2. I'm sorry, guys. You're probably yelling at me in the chat right now because you can't. Red is the impulse round 2. There we go. Oh, he's thick. He's thick. Oh, you still can't even see it, really. Whatever. You guys just have to deal with it. I hope that's okay. It's very difficult to see from the defocus, but my camera is like, it's actually a lot farther away from me than you would expect, because the lens on it does like a super zoom, and I can't like change it. It was a free lens that I got from a friend, so I'm not gonna complain, nor do I have the money to buy a new, more customizable lens, but I'm not gonna try to change the focus. We're just gonna let you enjoy that the way it is. Anyway, friends, I'm going to leave this stream up for people to watch. I don't think it's monetized. YouTube will probably still put ads on it anyway, but I don't plan on monetizing it. I don't really give a shit. But if you do, after the fact, if you're watching this after I streamed, or you decide later like you're having spaghetti at dinner and it's like spilling out of your pockets and you're like, wait a minute, I should have given Bree some money because she said that she's in debt and she's a student and I have a obligation to help a random fucking ye thought.
Yeet the baby on the board?
Yeah, I can do that for you. Also, thanks again, Zaid, for the extra generosity. Being a darned sweetheart tonight. Anyway, if for whatever reason that intrusive thought were to come into your head, I will leave this video up so that you could go to the Streamlabs link and debate about sending the money, and then once you actually do go through with a refund and dispute it. Let's get a Yeet the Baby in here. We'll erase the math problem. Okay, we'll have another one for next time. We'll do Yeet Thy Baby. There you go. Yeet Thy Baby. Okay, we have a pink box from again out here with the stacks. Jesus, that's my reaction when you're donating. Thank you so much for Yeet the Baby. You guys' generosity today is a huge, massive help. I'm always very humbled, especially, having done really jack shit with entertainment for so long, and people are still out here wanting to support me and my endeavors in my life. And I'm not kidding, guys. It's really humbling, and I often cry after stream. That is not a lie. Two Crow donates another $10. Thank you, Two Crow. Says, how much money for you to stay? I don't know if I can. I was supposed to go do stuff. That would make me a sellout, though. I'm supposed to be promoting, like, good mindsets, right? I don't take sponsors because I don't want to sell out. You can't pay me to stay here unless it was a undeniable, unsurmountable sum. All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'll show you one thing before I go. I'll show you guys the Gmod tool gun. The official face punch, only 100 were made, Gmod tool gun. And then I'll take off. But before that, we're going to read the 25 PLN from Chaotic Evil. Says, I've been subbed for a while. Thank you so much. I learned about the LGBTQ plus in general. In Poland, it isn't talked about much. And I'm so thankful, genuinely. Of course, yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in and being receptive to that information. A lot of people, they don't want to learn when they don't understand. So it's really cool for those of you who stuck around and were like, oh, I'm curious. It says a lot about your personality. $2 from Isengard. I get it now. Isengard, I'm such a dummy. Hey Breezy, why was the tyke boo byred? I'm gonna kill myself. I'm not supposed to say that, but you forced my hand. Rawazerda donates $10. Says, I loved your videos since I was in middle school, and I'm so glad to see you're doing well. Thank you, Rawazita. I wouldn't say that I'm Rawazerda, sorry. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I wouldn't say I'm doing the best, but we're definitely on the right track. I like to think. Maybe. And then $10 from Two Crows again. Oh my gosh. Okay, the donations are coming. Vocal cords are getting tired. You bring the good mindset. It's not a sellout. We demand the breezy bee. That's fair. That is fair. Actually, I might do it in another stream, but I've been working on my Beehive channel, and I made an... I don't know if I showed it last time I streamed. I made an intro for it, though, and it's pretty fucking baller. I'll play that too before I leave today. But I'm gonna go get the tool gun. $5 from Reindeer Hummus. I like that name too. Love your videos. Been watching your vids for a while, and your vids got me through tough times. Also, can you add Small Breezy in Among Us? Small Breezy? Like draw Breezy, or... I'll just put my name there, because I don't want to spend the time drawing a... Oh, I was supposed to draw a pony. God damn it. Look at me, I'm such a procrastinator. There we go. I wrote down Small Breezy inside. You can't read it, but you can trust me. I gotta erase Eat the Baby, I'm sorry. So I gotta draw the pony. We'll do the fast version. Yay! That's a terrible name. What am I doing? Wow. It's me, everybody. The real Breezy. It's so fucking bad. Whoa! Holy shit. That's a real horse right there. Okay, I'll be right back. No, I'm not gonna take it out of the box, just because I am terrified of fucking this thing up. I took it out of the box yesterday because when I first got it, like 11, 10, 14, I don't know how many years ago, I put batteries in it, and I wanted to take, since I just got this out of storage, again, I wanted to take the batteries out just so there was no like acid leaking or anything. Even
Is it weird being a lot of people's first exposure to transgender people? I'm a trans girl, and I think you were an important part of that.
It has been... I don't know, it's been a very trippy experience. To answer the question of the donator, whom is... Sasha hates me. Oh, well, I hope you reconcile with Sasha soon. Anyway... before I show this, I got a lot of comments about that, and I'm not tooting my own horn, I'm just being honest, and like I said earlier in the stream, I've been recognized more this year than ever in my entire career, which is really fucking weird to me. But a lot of people say that, and they'll even, like, in person, we hear it a lot. I say we, because usually my fiance's with me. And she's just been like, she's asked the same question. She's like, how does it feel to hear that so often? Like, I can't even believe it sometimes when people are standing in front of you saying that. Like, that's my fiance, and you helped these people out so much. And I'm like, not to sound like inept with emotion or anything, but sometimes it's just hard to like process, you know? It's because it's like, at the time I was going through my own strife. I was, you know, dealing with the challenges of my own transition and dysphoria and whatnot. And, you know, a lot of the YouTube stuff too, and like fan interaction, like, it was all very peripheral. Like, I never really, after I started my transition, I never went to like conventions much at all. Or if I did, I never announced it. I never really filmed my face at all. I put a lot of this like YouTube interaction on the back burner, so to see how even as I was being very distant, that it helped a lot of people, it's one, humbling, heartwarming, and two, it's sometimes just hard to really process and understand. And I hope that doesn't sound mean or heartless. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot. $50 is from Two Crow. Jesus, Two Crow, you gotta stop spoiling me. You gotta stop. All right, I'm cutting you off. That was the last call. Closing time. Said Gmod gun, Gmod gun, Gmod gun, you're... And then, we had a donation from someone named Rocket for 3. How many people can you fit in your rocket is what I... That sounds wrong. Let's omit that question. Hi Bree, as someone who has a friend who's trans and speaks with a higher voice, I'm curious, did it feel odd after vocal surgery without having to use effort to... That's the... actually kind of the misunderstanding with it. Because even after voice surgery, you do have to train your voice to be higher pitched still. Like, your voice doesn't really let you talk at a lower pitch, but your muscles and, like, your reflexes to still do it. So I would try to talk and it'd be like... And I sounded like, you know, a fucking demon. So you just have to train yourself, and it's very sore for like the first 2 years. Like, it is what I'm doing right now, talking this entire stream. There's no fucking way I could have done this like even a year after my vocal surgery. Anyway, before I head off, here is the official face punch tool gun. I actually don't know out of 100 which one it is. I should check. That's probably written somewhere on here. But like, I've seen the amount of money that like an unopened Mario Kart cartridge sells for on eBay, or Mario 64 or something. Like, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know an official face punch tool gun how much fucking money this would, like, because Gmod's kind of peak right now too with the skibbity fuck going on. So like, I don't even want to know how much this would sell for, and I have no intention of getting rid of it, don't worry. But holy shit. Unless, of course, it's like, it was enough to like maybe cover my PhD and stuff, and I could actually do that without stressing about money, then maybe I would sell it. But until I get that sort of offer, there's no way I'm getting rid of this thing. But yeah, let me see if I can find like which number it is in production. Is it on the inside? Screamo Breezy. I love it. So metal. That's me screamoing. Maybe it's on the gun itself. Did I get... Let me try shining some light in there. Yeah. No, I'm gonna be real with you guys. It's on top of my head right now. I don't see a make number. Maybe I'll try to like Google it and see if there's a place I can find it, but I do know that only 100 of these were made. Back in the day, back during... Gmod's technically like retro now, so... This is like a fucking... This is iconic. This is... When was the copyright on this even? Like... 2014. This is Comic-Con 2014. A San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Fuck off. That is so cool. Anyway, I got this out of storage recently, and I just was like... The euphoria. It was the dopamine. This is like the best gift Robin ever got me, so... Don't worry, Robin! I'm not selling it! Unless, of course, it was going to cover my PhD and get rid of all my debt. In that which case, you wouldn't even be able to argue with that. But no, I'm not going to be selling it. Yeah, no, that, yeah. There's some people who sell replicas on Etsy, but they make it themselves. This is the only thing made from Face Punch themselves and sold at Comic-Con by Face Punch. I will admit, some other replicas that you can get on Etsy are like higher quality. This thing is... It's a little dinky, but it's official. And that's what matters. Alright guys, my voice hurts a bit. I gotta go get ready because we might be doing some camping this weekend. So I can try to unplug and, you know, the whole... Let's not put me in environments where I can be addicted to things again. I've essentially pretty much stopped going to raves for a while because of that, so... I'm trying to pick up other things, and camping is one of those healthy things. So Thank you for the one last $5 donation, Casey Clowney. And thank you to everybody watching the stream, even if, you know, you're watching it after the fact. Huge, massive, gigantic, girthy thank you to everybody who donated. You guys are doing me an absolutely huge favor during a really difficult time. And it's not just difficult for me. I mean, it's difficult for everybody. So, being generous in that manner, it means a lot. It means a lot. And naturally, time is the most valuable currency we have. So I just want to thank everybody for spending a little bit of that time with me. If you guys are watching after the fact, I'm going to plug one more time, just because I am I'm a little slut for money. That's right. Really not. My life is not that spoiled anymore. It goes straight to credit card debt. But I will leave my Streamlabs link in the description. You won't get the benefit of a massive notification that appears right here with a little Applejack that falls over. Exactly. Thank you, IC dude. Perfect, like perfect timing.
Can you give the breezy drawing the smoothie?
Yeah. You guys are just trying to keep me here. That's an ice cream. Hold up, I got this. Hold up. What about boba? Can she be drinking boba? There we go. Get some boba in there. My girl drank from a straw. She a princess. That's the weirdest straw I've ever seen. There we go. Wow, one last $50 donation. You guys are really throwing them in here. It's bazinga. Am I happy or am I upset that I got that donation? Only time will tell. Thank you so much, Grief. And then we had $5 from Matt, says tell a joke. Oh man. I can't tell a joke. I'm not funny. Here's one. Why did I'll let you guys consider one. How about that? I'll tell you the setup. You guys have to try to figure out the punchline. What is the difference between an apple and a baby? And then we had two last $10 donations. One from some random Pokemon says, "Oh my god, I'm fucking frozen again." That's not what they say. That's just what's happening. I want you to know you're amazing and beautiful. Thank you so much, random Pokemon. That means a lot. I hope that your trainer is good to you and that you don't have to fight other creatures very often. Can you please post a video about all your favorite TikToks? Thanks. Two Crow, I don't really watch TikTok, but if I have the free time and I even remember that with my ADHD ass, I could potentially, yes, I could potentially do that. Okay guys, I'm taking off. As I was saying before, just gonna leave those links in the description. Also, I use my Instagram now. I don't know if that's linked in the description, but it's descended from Twitter. So if you guys want to follow a social, it would be Instagram. That's the way to go. As I was saying before I got derailed earlier, for those of you who are donating after the fact and wanted a notification, that's incentive to be here next time. When is next time? I don't know. You have to be available all the time, every day. You have to have, there's a window over the next, like, however many months. You just have to be there for me, all right? It's an obligation. It's against the law to not, in a way. Anyway, I'm taking off. I'm actually taking off for real. Like the 6th time I've said it. 6th time is a charm. Thank you guys for the donations. I'm not gonna read them. I'm sorry. Okay, one of them asks for a yeah. Thank you. Okay, Lena. I can try. My throat's like hurting right now. You probably can't hear that because my noise cancellation, but
Yeah.
I didn't have to hold my throat for that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going away now. I love you. I love you.
Okay, this stream's over. I am going to go bake a cake with methamphetamine. Oh no, it's not over. I always use this joke. When will I stop? When will it stop being